Jake, a man in his early 32nd, had just moved to Chicago. His apartment was on the second floor of an old three-story building. The third floor was supposed to be vacant, or so the landlord claimed. The first week was quiet, but on Saturday nights, around 2:45 a.m., Jake heard something heavy dragging across the floor above, like furniture being moved. He figured someone had finally rented the upstairs unit. But the next morning, when he asked the landlord, the man looked puzzled. Nope, still empty. No one's got the keys but me. That night, Jake heard slow footsteps above his bedroom, not regular walking, deliberate steps, barefoot, pausing every few seconds, like someone was listening. Creeped out, Jake set his phone to record the audio overnight. The next morning, he played it back, footsteps clear as day. And then, at exactly 3:07 a.m., a whisper, faint but undeniable. What are you doing down there? Jake froze. He hadn't imagined it. The following night, he worked up the courage to go upstairs. The third floor door was locked, but from underneath it a damp, moldy smell crept out. He turned to leave. Um, and then a sound. Fingernails slowly scratching the wood from the other side of the door. Scrap, scrap. Jake bolted downstairs, locked his door, turned off every light. At 3:07 a.m. sharp, he heard soft knocks on his door. Three knocks, a pause, then three more. He held his breath, didn't move. The next morning he found nothing outside, no one. But just in front of his door, two wet footprints, and they didn't stop at the threshold. They continued inside. Emily, a 26-year-old graphic designer, lived alone in a modern apartment building in Berlin. Her place was small, just two rooms, a bedroom and a workspace. Most nights, she stayed up late, headphones on, working on her laptop. One night, around 1:40 a.m., she heard a faint thump coming from her office, like something had fallen. She paused the music, waited, then went to check. Nothing was out of place. Books, shelves, everything looked normal. She shrugged it off and went back to bed. 10 minutes later, she heard something else. A tapping sound. Soft. From the office. Tap, 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 tap. Steady. Rhythmic. Like fingernails against drywall. She didn't get up this time. Just pulled the blanket over her head and waited for sleep to drown it out. The next morning, as she made her coffee, she noticed the door to the office was open. She was sure she had closed it the night before. That night, she placed her laptop in the office and turned on its voice recorder, closed the door, went to bed. In the morning, she played the audio back. Silence at first, then footsteps, barefoot, slow, on wooden flooring. Then a voice, whispering, right next to the mic. Flat, calm, unnatural. Can I come in now? Just for one night. Emily didn't pack a bag. She didn't even grab her phone. She left the apartment in her pajamas and never went back. Weeks later, the new tenant reported the same thing. Every night, exactly at 1:40 a.m., from inside the office, a sound starts. Soft, polite, like something is still waiting for someone to say yes. It was around 11:30 p.m. when Lisa got home from her night shift at the hospital. She lived in a quiet suburban neighborhood outside Portland, tree-lined streets, motion sensor lights, the usual. As she pulled into her driveway, her headlights caught something strange. A man was standing at the far end of her driveway, still, not moving, staring directly at her car. At first, she thought he might be a neighbor, maybe lost or drunk, but as she parked, he didn't approach. He didn't leave. He just stood there, watching. Lisa quickly got out, locked the car, and rushed inside. She peeked through the curtain. He was still there, same spot, not even blinking. She called the non-emergency police line. They said they'd send a patrol car to drive by. 10 minutes later, the man was gone. No footsteps, no sound, just vanished. Lisa brushed it off as some weirdo, took a shower, and got ready for bed. Around 3 a.m., her phone buzzed motion detected on her front porch camera. She opened the app. It was the same man, but now he was standing much closer, right in front of her door. No knocking, just standing there, staring directly into the camera. He leaned in, smiled. Then the video glitched. It restarted 3 seconds earlier. Same man, same smile, over and over, looping. The strange part, Lisa's porch camera doesn't have a rewind feature. It doesn't loop, and it doesn't save anything unless manually triggered. She opened the front door at sunrise just to check. There was no man, but across the concrete porch, written in something brown and sticky, were the words, "Thanks for letting me in."